Most expensive thing ever, valued at $12,320,000. It is literally just a lot full of fridges. Fun fact, did you know that the word fridge has a D in it, but the word refrigerator does not have a D in it? Why is that? Valued at $72,140,000. We have the most expensive thing ever. I can literally hear my computer fan going in full turbo mode, trying to load this a lot. Oh my gosh, look at the lag in my game. Literally, look at the lag. Oh my god, it's the fridges. The fridges are back. We literally have the fridges. Not only do we have the fridges, we have the Queen's King bed. This is literally the most traumatizing lot I've ever seen in my entire life. My game cannot even handle it, and I've just upgraded my PC. But I know you're here to see a real mansion. Valued at $2.5 million, we have Biltmore Estate. My game is lagging, and it literally looks like Hogwarts. How do we get in? Where's the front of the property? Oh, so we have a little staircase going up here. I do not even know where to start. So it's a very medieval vibe. I absolutely, oh my god, look at this courtyard here. This is literally spectacular. Look at all the flowers. Oh, and it comes with the sunroof as well. So this is where the sunroof is in the house, which may I add is a really, really nicely designed sunroof. An absolutely humongous dining table, of course. And oh my god, I've never thought about this, but look, you can get the iron fence and you can put an iron fence in front of the fireplace. That is such a cool idea. And is this the kitchen hood? Oh my god, this is literally the ceiling kitchen hood that's been put on top of the fireplace. That is again such a good idea. We have a million dining rooms. I don't know why you would need all of them. And oh my god, this is literally, I'm sorry, I'm like a child in a candy shop. This is literally my dream. A look at these greenhouses. This is so sweet. And it looks like we also have a secret dungeon room full of very mysterious and suspicious things. And oh my gosh, look at this chandelier. How big is this chandelier? That would be such a health and safety hazard having candles that big. Look at the interior of this library. Look how open it is, how we've got the railings on the outside. We've got the statues. We've got the painting of the random sexy man. Oh, my flying shit balls. I know you guys want to see a modern mansion, which is why we have this $1.6 million modern mansion. It looks so beautiful in the sunset. Don't get me wrong, I cannot think of anything worse than living in a modern mansion. I think they are gross to live in. This is such a typical rich people thing to do. You have like a million different cars and they're always displayed behind these huge glass windows, and they always have the humongous chandelier in the middle of the house. What are they overcompensating for? I'm just going to put it out there. They're probably overcompensating for their micro penises. This house is very open plan. I think it would get a little bit cold because there's so many windows. Maybe I'm missing a pack, which is why the windows are missing. I don't know. See, I get why people like these kinds of houses. They are really, really beautiful. It's just, what are you going to do with all this space? You don't need that many clothes. You don't need that many bathrooms. Whenever I'm watching Selling Sunset and they're doing a really modern mansion, it's always like, this house has 3 bedrooms and 125 bathrooms. Like, why do you need so many bathrooms? Are you shitting that much that you need so many in every single place? Maybe if you have IBS like me, having a bathroom every single square meter would probably be perfect, because I would never have to run again to get to the toilet because there will always be one right next to me. But unless you fulfill that very specific criteria, I honestly don't understand the necessity to get a house like this. This $10 million house is just called so much money. You see, I like this one is actually a real house, because all of the other houses that we saw over $10 million were not really houses. It was just a load of refrigerators and beds. This is the first one over $10 million that's actually a real house. Again, it is very pretentious. I don't know if I would want to live here. I think it would be exhausting climbing those stairs just to get in your front door every day. I mean, my little terrace house right now only has 12 steps, and that is enough for me. We got a lot of pools. Now, you see, a lot of rich people, when they get nice houses, they like to have a lot of swimming pools and a lot of ponds. Guys, I honestly could not think of anything worse. I see these YouTube videos about how to clean pools, and it honestly puts me off having a pool for the rest of my life. They look like such an annoying upkeep. I couldn't think of anything worse. To be fair, we have a nice little greenhouse. This is absolutely fabulous. If you wanted to just oxygenate your lungs, go in here, photosynthesize yourself, whatever that means. This is a little bit suspicious. I don't know what's going on in here. I feel like rich people do have to do like weird shit to get money, don't they? So this is probably this person's career. They probably torture people in these little devices. You see, the rooms are not too big. I mean, I'm saying that this whole room's like bigger than my whole house, but it looks comfortable. It's not just an empty sofa in the middle of a room. Everything kind of has a purpose. We even have a really sensual and sultry looking bar. In fact, we have 2 bars. The toilets are literally made of gold, because why not? We have all of these vaults with gold things. Is that how they're getting all the money's worth out of this house? Are they just duplicated loads of gold things? I mean, Oh my God, look at these gold bars. Is this a mansion or is it just a pretentious looking resort? Either way, my game is lagging so much, it's about to explode. I've got to get out of here right now. Valued at only $665,000. I say only 665. Luckily, this one is not causing lag. This is the most spectacular Sims mansion I've ever seen. The back of the house is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a palace. And the view is just spectacular from this lot. This is better than anything I've seen on Selling Sunset. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the stairs are extremely triggering. It's not the creator's fault because in The Sims 4, when you put railings, you can't put them on only one side. They have to go on both sides, which means when you put the railings down, you basically have to deal with either having no railings at all or have them in all areas, which is incredibly annoying, but I won't blame the creator. Kate Emerald is literally the best builder in The Sims 4. It is very sepia tone. In that sense, it is very much 90s. But the cream of the crop here is this outside. It is honestly stunning. Who would not want to live here? For only $600,000, that is literally cheaper than a small 2-bedroom terrace house in the UK. Was that house too old-fashioned for you? Well, don't worry. We have this $175,000 mansion and its base game. This mansion is actually really, really tiny, yet it's really modern. It has the best sunroofs I've ever seen in my life. And oh my God, the circular decking. How on earth do you get a circular decking like that? And look at the swimming pool. It literally is a circular pool. Now, I am going to provide criticism where it is due. I cannot think of anything more severe than having a pink girly room right at the front of the house. I feel like kids' bedrooms should always be at the back of the house. Is that just like a me thing? I just find it a bit unsettling having the bedroom too close to the front of the house where somebody can just walk in. This living room is extremely cozy. The dining room as well is such a perfect size. The problem I find when people do these big mansions is that they look so empty, even in real life. Who was that YouTuber who had the weird sofa? Was it Sniper Wolf? And it's just like a sofa in the middle of a room. Like, that's what rich people houses are like. That is why you should never ever get a huge mansion no matter how rich you are. This is the perfect size. It's a mansion, but it's small enough. The next house is $201,000. I built a house using only the most expensive items in the game. So it's not necessarily the most expensive house, but it's the most expensive tiny house. To be fair, you go in and it does look like a pretentious rich people mansion. I'm literally traumatized by the duvet cover. It is very cozy. I see where we were going with this build. I understand the concept. I don't know if I would want to live here. In fact, I'd run away if somebody offered me this house for free. Valued at $716,000, we have the Cali estate. See, this is perfect for me because it looks really British. I love big mansions, but I really hate the modern mansions. I hate the American style mansions. But these traditional mansions that just look like a really big pretentious cottage are right up my alley. And I love how it, oh my God, what's going on? I think this is supposed to be like a Cinderella style horse and carriage, but because I'm missing one of the packs, it just looks really broken and empty and weird. Fair play though, I like the idea of it. Again, we enter and it looks like a fairy tale palace. This little nook looks quite cozy. Granted, these sofas are not cozy in the slightest, but the actual house looks quite nice. I do think it is a little bit overwhelming. Like, these days, you never ever see people living in these big houses anymore because it's just too much to look after. It's kind of interesting how there's this wave of old rich versus new rich, where all of the people who used to be rich are now really struggling to keep up with their houses, so they just have to sell them out or use them as wedding event houses. But then there's this new wave of traditionally poor people getting rich and just building these modern mansions. I absolutely love the open floor plan, although as an OCD sufferer, I'd be constantly paranoid about falling over the railings. The bedroom, oh my God, this bedroom is literally kind of weird. Why are there all these chairs around this head? It's like a worship thing. You know how all these rich people are into weird cults and stuff. The garden is extremely cute. It's not big enough for me, but that's not the creator's fault. That's just a Sims 4 problem for not having big enough lots. The problem with a lot of these old builds is that they're based off the really primitive build tools that we only had in base game back in the day. For example, we didn't have a pond tool, so you just had to kind of create a fake pond with the fountains. I love to see all of these old lots being recreated. Now, this is only 150,000 simoleons, but it is really beautiful. You guys know I absolutely hate my wedding stories, but I absolutely love the world, and I love that we can use it to create Mediterranean lots. This is a perfect size for me. It's modern, but also very traditional and Mediterranean and exotic and colorful, but it's also very muted at the same time. It's symmetrical, but not too symmetrical that it looks annoying. Can you not just imagine yourself sitting in here eating olives and pita bread? Oh my God, the way the camera angle just like bobs up and down honestly drives me mad in this game. You have no idea. The interior is very white. Now, I must say, having a plain white modern interior, I do think is very much 2010 to 2019. I feel like we're kind of moving on from this ultra white modern look, but still, it's an all right looking house. I would have to jazz up the inside, but I would most definitely want to live in here. My computer is literally on fire with all of these houses and assets I'm having to load. I'm going to have to shut it down for a few minutes. Of course, make sure you watch the next curse and crazy video up here. See you in the next one.